Okay, Mr. Bowman's math class, I know that you just left on your Christmas break, but I want to ensure that we don't forget about trigonometric functions while we are on our break. So your assignment, which I'm going to show an example of in a moment, is going to be to design a word problem and prove to me that you know how to use the trig functions. So let's quickly review the trig functions. We've got sine, cosine, and tangent. And the way that we learn to remember those is SOHCAHTOA, with sine meaning opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent meaning opposite over adjacent. And these, remember, are for right triangles. So my example here, which I want you to model, create your own word problem, such as this. So a hurricane just recently tore through Missoula, knocking down the flagpole at Hellgate Middle School at a certain angle. So we're going to be asked to find this certain angle. We'll call that angle X. So we know that the flagpole was 55 feet high before the storm. So that means that the shaft of the flagpole is 55 feet. The word problem says you walk directly under where the top of the flagpole now lies. So you walk directly under here. And this is you. And you find yourself to be 10 feet away from the base of the flagpole. So this distance, you from the flagpole, is 10 feet. At what angle does the pole now lie? So what is the angle here of X? So first thing to do, we have established that this is a right triangle because it says you are directly under there. So that means that creates a 90-degree angle with the ground. So the angle that we are trying to find is X. So we need to decide which one of the trig functions we're going to use. Well, we have been given, using X as our basis, we've been given the adjacent side as well as the hypotenuse, meaning the longest side of the right triangle. So we have adjacent and we have hypotenuse. So which one of the trig functions works for that? Well, we see cosine. Cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So we are going, when we put that into our formula, we would say, oops, that's the cosine of the angle X. So cosine of X is equal to its adjacent side being 10 feet long over the hypotenuse, 55 feet long. So now we are trying to find X here, so we can't just go cosine of 10 feet, cosine of 55 feet. We have to divide both sides by cosine, so we've got 10 feet over 55 feet. And that is going to be divided by cosine. Another way of writing divided by cosine, which we went through, is cosine inverse. So if you go inverse cosine times 10 feet or 55 feet, you plug that into your calculator, you're going to come up with X being our angle after we round this to the nearest hundredth to be, or nearest tenth to be 79.5 degrees. So the angle of the flagpole is now 79.5 degrees, whereas it started out at 90 degrees. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys to create your own word problem. It doesn't need to be realistic, but it does need to utilize sine, cosine, or tangent functions properly, and upload it to my website, and I will let you know if I receive it and what your grade is on that. Have a great Christmas.